is getting pretty big. Okay, and do that, and then once you're on that, do the negative 7, right? It's okay, they're big numbers. If you need to count on your hands or your fingers or your toes, go ahead. I don't mind. Okay, I'll keep math solves out here, getting comfortable with numbers. I want you guys not to fear negatives. Those numbers are big. Okay, you guys can do it. Anyone need a hand getting started here? So we're getting going a little bit, so I'll just do the first two. Chris, do you want to be Christopher or Chris? Chris, yeah. I see some faces. This is good. Okay, that's good. These numbers are big. Are you ready? Are you sort of ready? Not quite. This is still working. That's good. I like it. No, just put the effort in every day and you'll be good in this course. Right? Do well in this course, I guess is the proper English way to say. Okay. And this is the most difficult one we've seen today. Okay, Chris? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Let's do it in 2 steps. That's way too much at once. Okay, let's just do these guys first. Okay, so what's negative 13 and negative 8? Let's start with that. So what's negative 13 minus 8? Yeah, negative 21, but yeah, negative 21. Okay, like a good start. All right, Katrina, when I see 2 negatives there together, what's that going to change to? What's negative, negative turn to? We'll just think like what we did here, right? Negative, negative 5. So we're going to flip the negative 5 into a positive, right? So this is going to go negative 21 plus 7. So just remember when you see 2 negatives together like that, it's going to change to be a plus, right? All right, Benjamin, I think you're Benjamin ever since you got embarrassed by the vice principal. Benjamin, what is negative 21 plus 7? Negative 14. Now this is a question, even for me, probably not for Mrs. Moore, but for me, I couldn't even look at the beginning and do it all in 1 second in my head. I'd have to like break it down a little bit to work there. So hopefully by looking at it, that if you have a plus and a positive and a negative, it's a negative. If you have a plus and a plus, sorry, if you have a negative and a negative, it changes to be a plus. Okay? All right, I'm going to hit pause on the video. I'm going to take a little break. Are there any questions before I continue? All right. Melanie, for 1A, what'd you get, please?
5.
Well, C. Sorry, the top left one here?
2.
2, perfect. So the way we did that was 6 minus 4, which equals 2, and that's great. Sorry, Kurt, what's 10 plus negative 3, please? 7, good. Amy, what is negative 7 plus 2, please? Very good. Come on. We're in the back here. Liam, what's negative 3 plus negative 5, please? Very good. All right. Julia, you get the tricky one. 5 plus negative 3 plus 1. No? Okay, it's okay. Let's go through how we do it. The way I did this one, I'm going to do this on the next board. So this is 2A. Okay, I'm going to do this in 2 steps. I'm going to start there with my friend Carter, though. Okay, Carter, when you see 5 plus negative 3, what does the plus negative 3 turn into? Now, if you can't remember how this goes, the way you think here is that positive just means keep the same sign as what's in here. Okay, negative means to flip it. Okay, so Carter, you're not off the hook yet. What's 5 minus 3, please? 2. And plus 1. 2 plus 1 is?
3.
Awesome. Okay. So this answer is actually 3. Does that help? Does that help how we got that?
Yeah.
So does that help a little bit how we got that? So again, I just do it in 2 steps. Okay, right? Do the 5 minus 3 first, and then do it. And again, I was, Carter, hope you don't mind me telling the strategy that we used. We had an enormous number line on the bottom of our page. It went from like -20 to +20, okay? And that basically got us to all the answers. There's nothing wrong with doing that, okay, right? You can use any tool you want to for integers to make sure you get them, okay? All right, Dallas, did you get 4 plus -1 plus -2 by any chance? That's 2b. 2b.
1.
Okay, very good. And the way he got that, I think, was that's like 4 minus 1 minus 2. So 4 minus 1 is 3, and then 3 minus 2 is 1. Well, thank you, Jim. All right, Cassandra, you're up to 2C. This is the most difficult one of the day. -6 plus -6 plus -6. My goodness. Okay. This is the way we did it. This is 2C. Okay, so back to Carter again. When I say plus minus, what does plus minus turn to? If I just do a positive and negative, what does a plus and a minus turn to? A plus or a minus? Positive and negative. Negative, good. Okay, so this is just the same as -6, -6, -6. Now this looks scary, it looks frightening, okay? But what I did is I just made an enormous number line. That's the only way I could do it, okay? So my number line looks something like this. There's -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12, oh, no. I'm in our room there. That you can hopefully read what that's supposed to say though. Okay? So, Cassandra, you're not off the hook yet. If I do if you're subtracting, are you going to go left or are you going to go to the right for subtracting? Left. So I'm going to start at -6, I'm going to go left 6. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's -12. So the first two are -12. All right, Mackenzie, if I do another -6, which way do you want, left or right for negative? Left on another -6. So we should have got -18. Now, another way you can do this in your head if you're not sure, if they're all going the same way, the way I do integers in my head, I do mine a little differently. That's -6, -6, -6. That's sort of like 6 and 6 and 6, and then you put a negative on the end, right? So in my head, I go 6 and 6 is 12. 12 and 6 is 18, but half is -18. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, but the way they want me to do it is with a number line, so that's a good way to start it.
I always think of integers like money too. So if you're -6, you lose $6, you lose another $6, you lose another $6. Altogether, you've lost $18.
Yeah. This is probably one of the trickiest ones. It wouldn't fit in any number line. That's right there for sure. All right, back. Is everyone gone? I think everyone's gone. You know what that means, unfortunately, Heather? We're back up to you again. Heather, I'd like you to be brave and try and do 2D for me, please. It is -7. The way she got, very good. The way she got that was she did -4 plus -6 is -10, and then -10 plus 3 is -7. Very good. Does that make sense, that one? It's just 2 steps, right? -4 plus -6 is like -4 minus 6, -10, and -10 plus 3 is -7. Okay, everyone take a deep breath through it to get the subtraction. All right? Now, please be brave and ask if there's any questions on here, okay? Like, I want you guys to understand, okay? I don't just want you to say, yeah, whatever, I don't get it. Maybe I'll never deal with this again. Because probably every day there's going to be integers in math class. Is that?
The next 4 years of your life.
Yeah. Or more if you decide to go into college or something. All right, I'm going to see how I do this now. There we go. Okay, let's start off with 3A, please. Ben.
1.
A lot of people were saying it's 1. Now, why it's going to be negative, okay? I'll draw this on the board here with my number line. So I have -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Ben, I'm picking on you right now, okay? Are we going left or right on the number line when you're subtracting?
Left.
Left. So I'm going to start here at 7. Okay, and I'm going to go 8 over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so if you just stopped at 1, that'd only be 6 you're subtracting, right? So 7 minus 6 would be 1, but 8 is going to be more of a negative then. Okay, does that make sense? What I got that? Okay. All right, Kyla. 3 minus -9. 12, wonderful. Okay. And the way she got, not that I'm surprised, it sounds surprising. That's wonderful you got that though. The way that one came from, if you're sitting at the back saying I didn't get that one, that's 3B. 3 minus -9. If I put two negatives together, that's like 3 plus 9. Okay, right? When you're subtracting a negative, that changes to a plus, so 3 plus 9 is 12. All right. Cool. 6 minus -3.
9.
9, perfect. For the same reason, right? -3 changes to is like a plus. Okay. And Sparrow, 1 minus -4. 5, awesome. Okay. Now, questions on any of those? Remember, if you're subtracting a negative, that turns into very good. If you subtract a negative, it turns into a plus there. Okay? Kenzie, all's well? Alice, all's good? All right, let's continue on here. We've got 4 left, and we'll move on to one last thing before we end the day here. This one is tricky. Don't want me just to do the last 4 and show you. I'll just do the last 4 full, so I don't put people on the spot, okay? So here we go. Let's start here with 4A. Now, 15 minus 5 minus 2. Now, when I look at a question like this, I'm terrified, and I think Ben is too. So Ben's going to help me with the first step. Ben, if you see 3 numbers, not even me, I can't subtract 3 things in my head. What's the best suggestion to do?
Add them because they're all subtracting or split them up.
Yeah, I'd split them up. I'd probably do like this part right here, 15 minus 5. So Ben, what's 15 minus 5? Yeah, 10. And Chris, what's 10 minus 2, please?
Actually, make it happen.
Sorry? Oh, that's okay. You can just do it now. What's 10 minus 2? So what's 8? Thank you. Okay, so 15 minus 5 is 10. Right? 15 minus 2 is 8. All right, 4B. Oh, I lost my numbers here. Whoa, goodness gracious. What happened here? All right, 4B. 17, so 7 minus 5 plus -4?
Yes.
-7.
Oh, -7 minus 5 plus -4. Okay, now this question is looking awful. Okay, I shouldn't say that. Negatives, you guys, I want you guys to be able to do this stuff, okay? All right, I'm going to pick on Katrina, if that's okay. Katrina.
Oh, it was minus -4.
Minus -4? All right, whoa, goodness.
No, you have it right.
Is it plus -4 or minus
No,
-4?
you had it right the first time.
Plus -4?
No, that's how it is.
Okay. All right, Katrina, I'm picking on you. Before we start, if I say a plus and a minus, what does that turn into?
That's not how it is. It's -4.
It's minus? I'm all okay. 7 minus 5 subtract -4. All right, Katrina. Before we get the question changing us again, we'll leave it here now, okay? If I do minus -4, what does the 2 minuses turn into? Do you know? Well, because if you think, a negative means flip whatever's in here. So when you flip a negative, what does it flip into? Positive, very good. So it goes -7 minus 5 plus 4. That'd probably be my first step here, just to get rid of the brackets and make sure things are going well. Benjamin. Sorry, I call him Benjamin. What's negative 7 minus 5, please?
Negative 7. What question?
4b.
Did you want the answer?
No, just give me negative 7 minus 5, and I'll add 4 at the end.
2. Negative. 2.
Okay, so it's okay. If you're starting at negative 7 here.
Positive 2.
Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, I'm just guessing here now. Which way are we going? It's okay. Are we going left or right here on when you're subtracting? It's okay. What are we going left or right when you're subtracting? Oh. So what are you going to do? You're going to start at negative 7 and go to the left, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 12. Okay. All right, now, Melanie, to finish up, negative 12 plus 4, are we going left or right? Right, so you're going to start at negative 12 and then go 4 to the right. You're going to get negative 8. Does that make sense when we're moving around? I notice I just use part of the number line here. I started at negative 7. You don't have to use, if there's big numbers, you can just use that chunk around the number that you're at instead of going all over the place. All right. 4C. Oh goodness, I'm going to delete this sheet. I'm going to delete this sheet. Let's move you up here someplace. There we go. All right, full screen. Okay. All right. Kurt, you get your schedule and all that stuff? Remember yesterday I didn't give you some papers?
No, I
You did? Okay, perfect. So we have negative 3 minus negative 2 minus 6. Kurt, I see that negative and negative. What is a negative? Negative 2 turn into positive. Awesome. So this is going to be negative 3 plus 2 minus 6. Very good. All right, Amy, we're going to just go left to right. What's negative 3 plus 2 going to be? You're guessing again here. So we're starting at negative 3. Right. And if you're adding, you're going left or right. Right. So it's going boop, boop, so negative 1. Okay, now if you're saying, I don't remember this from last year, or Mr. Sadler from my class, I'm sorry. Okay, right? It's okay. We're learning. That's what we're doing here, right? That's what we're trying to do. All right. All right, Liam. Negative 1 minus 6 is what? No. I want to do this here. I like what you're trying. I know what you guys are trying to do here. It's not quite going. Are you going left or right if you're subtracting, Liam? Right, remember subtracting goes this way, right? Which means you're going to be getting smaller. So we're going to start at negative 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So again, you're going 6 to the left. Is that sort of making sense for people? I know you guys are getting 6 managers right now. But, sorry. All right, last but not least is Julia. Julia, you're going to help me neaten up this question. What's negative negative 5? What does that turn into? Is that a minus or a plus? Sorry, minus or plus? Okay, it's okay. Please try not to give up. You guys can do this, okay? I'll tell you a story. Okay. All right, so, sorry, I didn't hear you there. Negative negative is what? What's a minus minus? Was it trying to? Oh, that's perfect. So this is just going to turn into negative 10 plus 5 and then plus 6. Alright, so you see what I did there? Hopefully that makes it a little bit easier here when you're looking and splitting it up like that. Alright, sorry Dallas, what's negative 10 plus 5? Negative 5, but yeah, okay, negative 5. Okay, so negative 10 is bigger. Alright, and Cassandra, to finish up, what's 6 minus 5? Yeah, 1. And I'm allowed to say 6 minus 5 because I just like use on the negative over there, so it's 6 minus 5. Okay. You guys all sick of integers for one day? Yes. Mackenzie's nodding his head yes. Okay. Before we end, I just want to do one last little tiny note and then we're going to stop. Sorry, I've got to go right till the end of the day or else I feel like to give you homework at the end of the day. Okay, so this is going to be one last little note called bed maps. So just put this underneath your other note of in your grade 8 review. Okay, has anyone ever heard of bed mass before?
Yeah.
I hope you have. Good. Okay. So bed mass is used for what? I don't know why I use bed mass. Well, this is used, yeah, brackets, I'm going to write that down in a second. So I'm going to say this is used to show what order you do the math. So take a second and write that down. I'm going to ask for 6 people. You guys can raise your hands today if you know any of the 6 letters of bed mass. Cassandra, go ahead. B is brackets. Brackets always come first. Amy drew her hand up. Go ahead. Exponents. Sorry, coefficient. Go ahead.
Division.
Division. Sorry, Kyla, go ahead. Multiplication. Two more volunteers, please. Sorry, Kurt, what's your name? Go ahead. Addition. Addition. And Dallas, last but not least, is subtraction. I think I'm going to stop here, just so we have this in our notes. We can get. We're actually going to do examples of it tomorrow. Okay. I want to make sure that you're feeling good about integers. Tomorrow you will have something called a choice assignment. What a choice assignment is, you'll get a little piece of paper. There'll be maybe 6 questions on. I'll say pick your favorite 5 to do. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, though, and it'll be your first mark thing of the year. Okay. If you are not feeling good about integers, we need to talk. I'm in here at lunch, and I'm also in here before school. So if you want to go through a few little things to make sure you're feeling good about it, we're not.
And you can go online to review the stuff that you did today, right? It's always there.
Yeah. And it's very helpful. I think it's helpful professionally. 23 minutes. Oh, goodness.